So meditation, I think I was thinking that I will cover the meditation topic for a couple of minutes every day. Every day, every time, through different philosophies and the concepts that is explained over 600 texts. Oh, maybe later, after 5 minutes, we'll close it. Yesterday also I covered, so basically, what exactly we are doing in Shanti meditation. One way we can understand that we withdraw the mind from outside to inside, from the outer space to inner space. What it means by withdrawing the mind from outer space to inner space. Say for example, you're at home and you have a problem at home. So you withdraw the mind, which causes you the problem, which causes you the conflict. You withdraw it. There is another way of understanding the withdrawal of the mind is that you're outside in the studio and you enter into the room. And you shut off from there. That should be the beginning of meditation. In order to do that, there are hundreds of tools and techniques. You start breathing practices, you do chanting, you adjust your body, make the body comfortable, and you listen to the talk for a couple of minutes in order to withdraw the mind inside. Once the mind is withdrawn inside, what it means by the withdrawal of the mind inside, we don't find anything inside. We don't see anything inside. One aspect. And second thing, that it has become extremely scary, frightening for all of us to look inside. We have been escaping from our real self. We have been filling our emptiness through different ways. In gossip, in watching movies, in drinking, in spending time just to keep our mind engaged, in overworking, overexertion. There are hundreds of tools available in modern time. So when I ask people how much time you have only for yourself, and they don't have time for themselves. You get up in the morning, you have time for your job, your occupation, your work, but you don't have time for yourself. And the moment you discover even 5 minutes to yourself, you want to escape from it. It becomes frightening if the mind goes inside. It doesn't want to face the reality. It doesn't want to face that anxious moment. It doesn't want to face those fears. Meditation is a journey going into that inner space. To know as you are, that would be the first step. What exactly you are? We are nothing but the sum of few sensations, few feelings, few thoughts, few likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes both at home, in profession, outside also. You may like something here and you may dislike something here. So we are just some of those things, some of a little fatigueness, exhaustion, and our desire to achieve something in our career and profession, that is all. But we are none of these. Do you know that we are none of them? Profession is a part of my life. Relationship is a part of my life. Body, healthy or disease, is a part of my life. But I'm much more than body. Do you agree with me? I'm much more than body, much more than mind, much more than all these thoughts that comes to my mind. To discover something behind and beyond all these things. And the first encounter that we have is with the peace. We awaken to the peace consciousness in almost all meditation practices. And that's why I call this a peace meditation. What after that? When you experience that peace consciousness within and you repeat it, repeatedly you experience that peace consciousness, your mind tends to believe that peace, yes, is my nature. I did nothing outside and still the peace is there inside. So your mind starts moving inside in search of the peace rather than moving outside. That peace consciousness or the state of the peace is independent of anything outside. To tell you something interesting, sometimes I see that I have a pain in the body, or there's a pain in the thighs, but I could separate the state of the peace consciousness from the pain. And I see, the pain is there in the body, but I'm at peace. So pain doesn't bring the suffering in the form of anxiety, in the form of fear. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? That's what happens in you when you're watching some movie and your body becomes totally steady in watching the movie. You feel the numbness, but the numbness continues because your mind is totally absorbed in watching the movie. But your mind is outside in this. In meditation, your mind is inside. That is the only difference. Your mind is exhausted in doing all the accounting work and you feel, I'm stressed. But if you can keep your mind inside, if you can maintain that awareness and attention inside with reference to the peace and continue doing your work, you can never have stress. You can do the work 24 hours. But there are other ways. Say you like one friend and you want to celebrate a particular event with a friend and you are doing work since morning for a couple of days. You don't feel tired. Your consciousness withdraws itself inside. So the nature, the life, the living gives us an opportunity to understand the entire process of evolving our consciousness and discovering that peace into ourselves is what the Shanti meditation. So in this practice of meditation in 5 steps, we start with step-by-step process. We start with the body, we move to the relationship of the body and the energy, we move to the energy. Energy is related to obviously the emotions, our emotional being, and then we reach to a point of transition where we see, mind is there and the mind is not there. And in the 5th step, we transcend the mind. Through many techniques available to us, and sometimes I repeat those techniques. So repeating those techniques means, I check all of you constantly. How many times you moved your body? How many times? There are other indications that I check. One of those indications is that I check, she's a psychotherapist, I check your REM movement. REM. So if your eyeballs are moving inside when you're doing the meditation, a lot of thoughts are there. I understand those. That's how I'm using and combining the modern science with yoga. And when I'm saying you to follow some instructions and I see the eyeball is moving harmoniously, yes, you are moving into that state. So it becomes a practical, even if I'm repeating the same practices again. So it is basically purely a dynamic session in which you explore yourself. Meditation is to explore yourself, to start the journey to the self-discovery. Benefit definitely is the health, the optimum level of physiological, mental, or I would say neurophysiological functioning. It takes your brain to the restful alertness. It calms down the mind. It helps to discover a state of the consciousness which is made up of the peace. So let us start with our meditation session today. Carmela, can we close the door? Otherwise, your mind may start listening to the instructions that is coming from outside instead of me. So we'll start with the same breathing practices, and today let us do some sound also, but we will do the sound resonance while lying down. So just keep just sit cross-legged, and after that we will lie down. We will do the practice while lying down, as long as we become capable enough to sit. But for a couple of minutes we'll keep our body like this. Close your eyes. The middle, the tip of the index finger and the thumb of your left hand, press the tip, gently press, so at least it keeps your attention there. And now the middle two fingers of your right hand, bring it on the left nostril, gently close it, and start breathing long and hissing breath through the right nostril. We'll be doing for 30 seconds through the right, long and fast. And look inside. Look inside your head. When you're doing it, look inside your head. Continue long and fast. Use your tremendous force. Why you use your force in breathing? Because we want to influence this brain, the connection of the autonomic nervous system. Now close the right nostril and start with the left, please. You see, the breath should be long and fast. Yoga says you can influence the brain and the mind through the breath. Not much of the studies has been done in science, but yes, in yoga it clearly declares, continue, long and fast breath. Long and fast breath. Long and fast breath. Please continue. 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 And now bring the right hand down on the knees, also the tip of the index finger and the thumb together. Little gentle pressure, their eyes are closed, and start breathing long and fast through both the nostrils. Long and fast. Probably next week I'll show you that how much breathing should be done to enter into a deeper state of meditation. I'll not talk next time, but I'll show you practically. The body starts hopping, you do that long and fast breathing. Continue. Long and fast breath, please. Long and fast breath, please. Long and fast. You may experience some dizziness in the forehead, all around your head. And our eyes remain closed. Stop this. Take a deep breath. Now with awareness and attention, take a deep breath into your stomach. And then into the rib cage. fill the air up to the throat, and while breathing out, keep the lips together, make the humming sound, and experience the effect inside your head. You have to make it louder, longer, and deeper. Only 7 or 8 times. Again, take your deep breath. Louder. Lie down on your back and just continue doing it. Louder. Last time. Leave this practice. Keep lying down. Move your head right and left. Just move your head right and left. Continue moving until you experience the muscles at the back of your neck have become loose, easy and carefree. Just moving right, left and up and down. We are bringing, that is another way of, dynamic way of doing the meditation, that we get rid of any discomfort in the body so that the mind is able to withdraw itself naturally. We don't push the mind, force the mind. Now move your shoulders up and down. Just moving the shoulders, adjusting it, moving it. Now you can move in a circle. Move in a circle so that your awareness and attention goes there fully. And your head is now steady. Just feel that head is comfortable, the neck is comfortable, where you are totally aware of the head and the neck, and elbows. You can move the entire arm, not sliding it, just move as if you are twisting in a circle. Just moving in a circle gently and adjust and find out the most comfortable position of the arms. Continue moving. Your hand is facing the ceiling. Your fingers are naturally bent. You can give more distance between the hands and the thighs or close depending on you. Please adjust your hip joints. You can move the hip joints. You can continue moving until you find, yes, your awareness and attention goes there. You feel the freedom from any sensations of discomfort. And you can move the knees, just adjust the knees up and down, right and left on each side, ankles, and also the toes. The toes are going inside together and going out, going inside and outside, and find out the most comfortable position of your body. Check that your body is comfortable. Again check, recheck your head and the neck. Just this time through your awareness and attention. But yes, if the need arises, you can move, but The prime thing is not to move, but to check and adjust your shoulder blades, your right arm, your left arm, your hip joints, your knees, your ankles and the toes. Remember, awareness, you're comfortable with the body, and a total steadiness in the body. Total steadiness in the body. Total steadiness, or a state of quietness. Just experience the state of quietness in the body. Today we are going to use the prana with the awareness and attention to withdraw the mind inside. It's a very simple, oversimplified practice. Just move your mind, or if I say, move your awareness on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes, from the top of the head to the toes. When I say move your awareness and attention from the top of the head to the toes, you feel some sensation is there. Maybe some tingling sensation. Maybe the sensation is inside your head and inside the body. These sensations are the energy pathways. We discover the energy pathways. That is one way. When the mind is totally withdrawn inside, or we allow the mind to go within to discover the different energy pathways. Take your awareness and attention on the breath. Feel the breath that is going in and coming out. No change in the rate or the rhythm of the breath, please. No change in the rate or the rhythm of the breath. Your awareness and attention goes at the tip of the nose. The air flows in, you feel the sensation. The air comes out and you feel the sensation. The air goes in, you feel the sensation. The air comes out, you feel the sensation. You feel the air through the sensation. The air goes in, and after that, this air merges into the inner space. The air comes out, it merges into the outer space. We maintain our awareness and quietness of the body. Why we maintain awareness and quietness of the body? A slight movement in the physical body disturbs the energy pathway, the prana pathway, because it is disturbed through the mind. And when we keep the body totally in a state of quietness, then our mind starts following the energy pathway, and then it becomes easy for us to withdraw the mind within. Follow the breath. When the breath goes in, make the breath a little deeper. No noise of the breath. A little deeper. You need not to worry about movement of the belly or the rib cage. Follow the breath. When the breath goes in, you feel the sensation. And after that, you make the breath a little deeper, so you become aware of the breath. And when the breath comes out, the breath is again deeper. The only one aspect is to be understood that we change the rate and the rhythm of the breath through the mind. It is not habitual breath now. It is regulated by the conscious mind. Continue the little deep, silent and slow breath. Now when the breath goes in, move your mind from the fingertips of the right hand to the right shoulder. When the breath comes out, move your awareness and attention from the shoulder to the fingertips. Again, I'll be repeating it so that you understand it clearly. The moment the breath, you start breathing in through the nose, your awareness and attention moves from the fingertips of the right hand and goes to the shoulder. And when you start breathing out, you move your awareness and attention from the shoulder to the fingertips. Within few breaths, you start getting some sensation. Now these sensations are coming from the mind through the energy. As the breath is going in, move your awareness and attention from the tips of the right hand fingers to the shoulder, and as the breath comes out, moving your awareness and attention from the shoulder to the fingertips. Now move your awareness and attention on the left arm when the breath is going in. Your awareness and attention goes to the tips of the left hand fingers, and then it goes to the left shoulder. And when the breath starts coming out, move your awareness and attention from the shoulder to the fingertips. It is gentle, it is deep, it is silent. As if your left arm is breathing. During inhalation, your awareness and attention moves from the tips of the fingers of the left hand to the left shoulder. And when the breath comes out, it moves from the shoulder to the fingertips. in the state of awareness and quietness of the body, the breath is moving with the mind, with awareness and attention. Now, when the breath is going in, move your awareness and attention on the right leg, from the toes to the right side of the waist. When the breath is coming out, move your awareness and attention from the right side of the waist to the toes. Maybe in few breaths you start feeling some sensation, and these sensations are the energy pathways the mind has created. No thinking, it is just a movement of the breath with the movement of the mind on the body. We are bringing the synergy of the body, breath, brain and the mind before we transcend the mind. These continue. It is as easy as possible, and in its result is when the breath is going in, the mind moves from the toes of the right foot to the right side of the waist. When the breath comes out, the awareness and attention moves from the right side of the waist to the toes. Now, moving your awareness and attention with the breath on the left leg. When the breath is going in, move your awareness and attention from the toes of the left foot to the left side of the waist. And when the breath is coming out, moving your awareness and attention from the left side of the waist to the left toes. You're not concentrating anywhere. Your breath is regulated. It is little deeper, silent and slow breath. There is a breath awareness. There is a body awareness. And the mind is keeping track of the simultaneous awareness of the body and the breath. Through the awareness and attention, as the breath goes in, your mind moves on the left leg from the toes to the left side of the waist. Now, when the breath is going in, move your awareness and attention on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes, and when the breath comes out, move your awareness and attention from the toes to the top of the head. This awareness of the body is a kind of a feeling, as if the energy moves. You have the sensation or the feeling from the top of the head to the toes, and from the toes to the top of the head when the breath comes out. Now moving your mind with the breath. When the breath goes in, move your mind from the top of the head to the tailbone. Now the mind starts becoming aware of little deeper within. When the breath comes out, move your awareness from the tailbone to the top of the head. The breath goes in. Some people may feel it is easy to move the mind from the middle of the eyebrows to the tailbone. When the breath is going in, and when the breath comes out, move your awareness from the tailbone to the middle of the eyebrows. How you do it actually, the moment the breath is going in, look at the middle of the eyebrows, you feel some sensation, and start moving your mind from the middle of the eyebrows inside to the tailbone. And when the breath comes out, you move your awareness and attention from the tailbone as if the mind is rising up, going to the belly button, to the heart, inside to the throat, and reaching to the middle of the eyebrows. The breath goes in, you feel the sensation of the middle of the eyebrows, then it goes down to the throat, the heart, the belly button, and tailbone. Further, when the breath is going in, even the breath becomes slower depending on the movement. It moves from the middle of the eyebrows to the belly button. As the breath is going in, the mind moves from the middle of the eyebrows inside to the throat, to the heart, and to the belly button. When the breath comes out, it goes up from the belly button to the heart to the middle of the eyebrows. Now, the breath and the mind moves as the breath is going in. Your awareness and attention moves from the middle of the eyebrows down to the throat and into the heart, the center of the chest is the location of the yogic heart. It is not the physical one. The breath comes out and your mind goes up from the heart to the throat and to the middle of the eyebrows. Now the breath is still shorter. Just expand your mind. The breath coming from the outer space goes to the middle of the eyebrows, to the throat, and the moment you become aware of the center of the chest, allow the mind to move into the inner space, dropping down. And when the breath comes out from the deep down heart, it goes up to the throat, comes out through the middle of the eyebrows and merges into the outer space. Become aware of the outer space before the breath starts going in, as if the outer space is going inside, through the middle of the eyebrows to the throat and deep inside into the heart. Coming out from the inner space to the outer space, as if the outer and the inner are one. Become aware of maintain this awareness of the outer and the inner space, as if both the spaces are one. And the breath is not moving outside or inside. It is as if moving in a parallel line. The moment the breath is going in, you feel the space and you feel a little pause before the breath comes out. Then the breath is coming out and there is a pause outside before the breath starts moving in. There are not 2 aspects of the breath, but 4 aspects. There is a pause, then the breath goes in, pause, breath comes out. You do not create the pause now, just become aware of the pause. The moment you become aware of that pause, you are already into that state of meditation. We are doing nothing at this moment. We are aware and attentive of the breath going in and the pause, coming out and the pause. That awareness and attention on the pause transcends the mind. And doing nothing, remain as you are, in a state of doing nothing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You need not to hurry. Bring your awareness on the right hand. And see if your mind is ready to left the right hand. Bring your awareness on the left hand, please. You may lift both your hands slowly and put both your palms on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. And ask yourself, bring the mind and thinker. Ask yourself, how do you feel? What do you feel? And bring your hands down. You may turn on the right or the left side. We'll share the experiences. And I want to know your experiences first before I tell you something. You may sit up now. What do you feel, Carmela?
Peaceful.
Peaceful. Today we did 10 minutes more. It was almost 41 minutes. 42 minutes. More than that.
So quick.
Huh?
Very quickly, like that.
So what I did, I think you know, Carmela, the 5 steps, I reduced. I only took up the 4th step. And that's how this meditation progresses. I can take up only the single step and I can extend it for a longer period to withdraw your mind. How do you feel?
Good.
In and out?
Yeah.
But the mind also, but you feel peaceful, relaxed. That's good. How about you?
Rested.
Rested totally?
Yeah.
The mind went inside, deeper.
Not really, but I tried.
Ah, you tried. What did you try?
To go inside.
Pick up, it's very important to be attentive. She told me that she tried to withdraw the mind inside. Understand this, remember and contemplate over this. Whenever you use the word try in your life, lift your hand up, please. Let all lift your hand up. Bring it down. Lift it up again. Bring it down. Now try to lift the right hand, but do not lift it. Try to lift your right hand up. You can never try to do a thing, especially in meditation. Either you do it or you don't do it.
Okay.
When you try to gather the mind, yes, she is a psychotherapist. In modern psychologies, yes, we say we try. In meditation, we never try. See another example. You look at me. Are you looking at me?
Yes.
Are you trying to look at me or you're simply looking at me?
I'm simply looking at you.
That is the way of meditation. Pick up those things so that you're able to drop those ways of the mind which hinders, pays obstacle in going into the meditation. Why I said so? Many people say, I try to bring the mind inside. That very mind has started making an effort. And the very effort is a problem in meditation. So just don't do it. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Until you become capable yourself to go into the meditation. Well, it's okay, relaxed. How about you, Anna?
Feel fine.
Feel fine? Relaxed? And your mind was inside?
In and out.
In and out. But you felt relaxed, poised. But nobody, the best part of is that 42, 43 minutes, nobody moved the body at all.
My body moved a few times.
It was, but you didn't move it.
No.
It was just as if somebody moved your body.
Right.
Yeah. It has come from the subconscious mind. It's basically a release. And how about you, Mariana?
I feel ashamed. I think I fell asleep.
It means you're relaxed, obviously. in couple
I
of
know that moment, but
in couple of practices, one tends to move into the sleep. It is okay, but it's okay. But you're rested. You feel good. Because don't tell me that you can't sleep. Many people come to me, I have a problem with the sleep, and I give them the very small practices. In 10 or 12 minutes, they go to the sleep, and I said, you're sleeping. How can you say that you cannot sleep? I don't believe you. How about you?
My mind feels at ease.
Yes. Relax.
Relaxed, yeah.
Yeah. And what else?
Just calm.
Calm. Anything? Any question you would like to ask me? It's okay. Meditation is a continuous journey. One has to take this journey. It's a lifelong journey. When I do the meditation, every day almost I spend for about 2.5 hours in the morning, almost from 3:30 to 6 and sometimes 4 to 6:30. I get a variety of experiences. The experiences are totally different. Sometimes it takes me half an hour to actually withdraw the mind deeper within. On the other day it takes just 5 minutes. On the next day I just sat and it is already withdrawn. So when it is already withdrawn, it means I was in meditation for 2.5 hours. But when it took half an hour, I was in meditation only for 2 hours. You see? But I sat in meditation for 2.5 hours, but it was only 2 hours. And sometime it happens, then yes, it is not that if anybody says that I'm sitting in meditation for 2 hours and exactly I was into the state of meditation for 2 hours, it cannot be true. The mind that has gathered all the experiences during the day may come in different forms. And then it takes your time, sometimes it takes time to settle them down. Sometimes you simply transcend, you withdraw yourself. Last thing that you have to contemplate, and then we will end this session. There is a story in Sufism. Sufism is one of the very dynamic and they had experimented meditation practices in totally different ways. So there was a lover and beloved. So the boy went outside to buy food and just returned home and knocked the door. The women inside asked, "Who is there?" Understand this. Who is there? The boy said, "I am." He knocked the door again and the question was asked, "Who is there?" "I am." The door was not open. So the boy thought, she might be doing something, so it's better to return and knock the door after some time. So after an hour he knocked the door. "Who is there?" "I am." Door was not open. Third time he got it. He was awakened. He knocked the door. Question was asked, "Who is there?" "Only you. Only you are." In love, we say that I and you merge together. So there is no you and there is no I. And the door was opened. Door to the meditation is always open when you are not there. Only He is there. You understand what I'm saying? No? You didn't get it? No? No? No?
I think so.
But you got it. When you are not there, it means when you are not there with your body, with your mind, with your emotions, with your thoughts, with your feelings, with what you think you are, then meditation takes place. So the story says that in love, there is no I in you. In spiritual tradition, we say that I and you merge together. Then only the love manifests. I cannot say I love you and you love me. That is not love. That has more to do at the physical level, mental level, emotional level. In spirituality, we say I and you should merge together. It is something merging like the wave merges into an ocean. As long as the wave thinks that I am separate than the ocean, meditation cannot take place. The same metaphor is used. Who is the wave? I'm the wave. I, with all my problems or all my issues, all my concerns, my body, my life, my mind, but I'm a part of the ocean. When this wave merges into an ocean, that particular moment is the state of meditation. That is one way of explaining. I'll be explaining different ways. Thank you. Please close your eyes and become aware of all the participants with a smile on the face. You appear to be a little serious. Why? I don't know. Sarve Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Can you chant with me? Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. It means let everyone be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve santu niramaya. Let everyone be healthy. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Let everyone be blessed. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kasyed dukha bhag bhave. Ma kasyed dukha bhag bhave. Let none suffer from misery in this world. Let us chant together. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Please open your eyes. We'll meet again next week. Valina,
Yes, I will.
what is the meaning of Valina? I always ask people.
It's actually it's Greek.
It's a Greek.
Yeah, I don't know why it's in Russian, but